at Pockington's Siegfried build and how he set this ship up. Okay.
My captain is my generic captain for pretty much any of my German cruisers.
Okay, so you're not using Luyens.
No, not Lucians. I don't have them, unfortunately.
What?
I
How do
could
you
buy
not
'em.
have him?
I don't know.
He's the best.
He is, yes, I agree with you on that one, Grunty, 100%. He is the best commander to buy. Get him with coal. He's applicable to pretty much any damn ship in the entire German lineup.
I
Get
will
him.
get him. I will get him next once I get 175 coal. I'm like at 170.
He's like
Okay.
the only captain that is literally useful on any ship class. Okay, not submarines, but
Okay.
no.
So, let's take a look at your build. You got main armaments mod, damage control, aiming systems, damage control, concealment, and main battery modification 3. Okay, this is all pretty much standard fare for the Siegfried. By the way, just after this, you sent me this, I think that's when Euro's video came out, right, on the Siegfried?
Yeah, about like a week after.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't go for the secondary range upgrade.
Well,
I wouldn't.
not anymore. I kind of got Siegfried originally for secondaries, but
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
pointless now.
I get that, but I don't think you need the aiming systems either.
I disagree with you on this one. I think aiming systems is very helpful for this ship in particular because it doesn't have a lot of barrels, so you want to make sure each of those count. But in any case, you're running hydro and spotting aircraft for your consumables. Of course, it's got a helo DCP. And for your captain, you start out with grease the gears, followed by consumable enhancements. Okay, so you're going to buff your hydro time. And then you've got superintendent into concealment, into last stand, adrenaline rush, and then survivability, and top grade gunner. So
What's he standard on? Like Hindenburg?
Well, he's actually if I remember correctly, he was my original GK captain,
Okay.
but now he's my prison captain. So he's not really trained for any cruisers. So I just put him on my premium cruisers, which is I only have the Graf Speed, the Aegir, and the Siegfried.
It's one of the nice things about the rework. You can do that.
I would probably take heavy AP on this ship.
I was going to mention that. So, all right, let's say he takes heavy AP. What is he going to drop in order to do that?
I would probably drop Survivability Expert for heavy AP if I were to take it.
I would say that's a good trade.
More damage for less health.
Maybe the top grade gunner, depending on what ships you use it on. It's either survivability expert or top grade gunner.
Oh, but I also put him on Mjolnir, Weimar, Mines. I pretty much put him on all my German cruisers.
Yeah.
Don't you have enough German captains to split that up for a heavy cruiser premium and a light cruiser premium?
I'm working on training one up right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So whatever. For now, this is a good standard build. One of the nice things with the rework is, as you're training up that next one, Pac, you could try it with heavy AP instead of superintendent and see what that does for you, right? If you like it better, then hey, that's what you're going to use from now on. You wait till a free respec and then you respec. So fine. And then signal-wise, you've got ramming flag, anti-det, fire extinguishing, hydroacoustic, repair booster, secondaries, engine, speed, and then anti-air. I might drop the secondary one in favor of the consumable one, just because it gets your heal back a little bit quicker. Depends on how you're playing the ship, though. If you're very aggressive, then the secondary one makes more sense.
Oh, I lose all will to continue the game, and I get very aggressive at the end.
Great. All right, let's get into this game. I did run Stream Raiders off stream just because we, I want to keep the flow going for you guys, and we just started doing the replays. So,
and because you can't see it in the replay since I leave the game early, the game was a loss. I saw it as I logged on the next day.
This was your last of the day, huh?
Yeah. That's why I also just bull rushed in.
All right. So this is Happa and Deacon, right?
Yeah. This happened on stream.
Got it. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna cover them, let them know. So this is arms race. Tier 10 through 8, so your middle tier. There's a carrier on each team. No subs. Okay. Happa's in the Illinois. Deaconson ZF6.
I think this might have been Happel's first game in Illinois, or it might have been his second. I don't remember.
Okay. Is this the dev strike of John the Ruthless? I don't see John on this.
No, John's not on the enemy team.
Okay. Alright, so you spawn in the middle, which sucks when you're in a division, because if you all go one way, then a lot of times you start a whole lemming train.
Yeah. So we kind of did play a bit of middle.
Yeah, so you put the plane up early so you can get a shot, and then look at the Donskoy. Now the question is...
This Donskoy pisses me off so much, and you'll see why.
I mean, I might have waited a tad just to see what he does. Honestly, I might have asked Happa to target him too. If he's got priority target, that might have encouraged him to turn out and show a side to you.
It was also my first game in Siegfried in a while, so I was getting used to the lead again.
Yeah, so Siegfried, for those of you guys who don't know, Siegfried is... Siegfried and Aegir are both tier 9 super cruisers or large cruisers. I don't know what the term is. But the difference between them is like the Scharnhorst and Gneisenau, right? Siegfried has Gneisenau guns. There's twin turrets. More punchy, more penetration, but longer reload if I'm right, and of course less shells that you're firing, 3 less barrels. Aegir is more like a cruiser killer. Siegfried is more like a battleship / cruiser killer. Alright, good turn out there to dodge the Musashi shells. I like that you're targeting the Donskoy again. This is good.
Yeah, Donskoy was priority piece of the radar.
Now, you're not really watching his shells too much. You're looking around a lot, but keep an eye on what the Donskoy's doing. Gives you an idea of how to... Because he's looking at you, so he knows you shot at him. But if you notice, he's not turning at all. He's just going straight. So I might aim a little farther in front my next salvo. Looks like you're doing that.
I just keep zooming out because I was paranoid about the Musashi in the Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Nice hit there. Hey, Dusty. I might actually stop and reverse here. A lot of players struggle with stopping and reversing ships. And you're running out of room to shoot this guy. Yeah, that's it. That's your last shot. Now, had you stopped and reversed, you might have gotten another shot, but you didn't need it because you just freaking killed him.
Itadel.
It's a Pitadel. But who cares? You got the kill. Which is most important. That allows Deacon to do what he wants to do.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And here I was very, very worried about the Ohio. Because I thought he was just going to full rush this side since the battleship over here, which I think was... I don't even remember what it was. It was just sitting behind the island.
Okay.
It was a Yamato. He's holding the spawn still.
Gotcha. You got it because the ship was just showing his entire side that he could tank it all, right? What's up, Patton? I saw you earlier. Thank you very much. It's good to be back. Although, you know, those of you that were here at the start know I was running into some issues with my PC.
Only a few.
Only a few. That's okay. I'd rather get these issues kinks out now with King of the Sea coming up. Alright, you're targeting too far back in my opinion. Ohio, I feel like you want to try to hit the second turret, and you're hitting the middle of the ship.
Yeah, after I went back and looked at this replay, I looked at it, I was like, I made that mistake.
It's an easy mistake to make with the Ohio and the Georgia, but I'll tell you, that second turret is chef's kiss if you're trying to Citadel those guys. Now you're going closer.
Yeah, I was trying to use this island to my right here, or in front of me, to get close to distance.
Rip Deacon.
Yeah, no, Deacon got cut out by the Hirugamo and the Oster and then the Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And both sides didn't want to push. I think Kappa makes a comment in chat about both sides not wanting to push.
Yeah, well.
And I oversteered into that Torp in the front, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
I considered loading Ichi here just because of the use just being angled, but I didn't want to risk missing it and end up doing less damage because the DPM on this thing is anemic.
It is, and with a ship like this, your AP or HE really does jack all nothing. So instead, I would have tried to target the rear of the Ohio, and you aimed looked like for the superstructure, which you can do. Yeah, I might have tried that a little bit. Got Ognavoy, Ostergotland.
We're nearing the part where I just stopped caring.
Already? It's only 7 minutes in the game.
Yeah, I just didn't like how our team was positioned at all.
Okay, give it time. Relax, chill. You got plenty of time left in the game. 13 minutes at that, at most. Now you got a Musashi over there you can cheek, so you're probably thinking I'm gonna go charge him and cheek him to death.
Oh, that's absolutely what happens.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't happen exactly how I imagined it, but it does.
Of course,
he does end up dying.
It never does. That's when you've played this game too damn much, as you already know what's gonna happen. That's why some people don't like watching Raptor and I and King of the Sea, because they don't call like all these little things, because we're just like, yeah, we knew this was coming. We knew it was gonna happen, so whatever. Alright, so you took a torpedo from the Ostergotland. You're choosing not to DCP. Why?
The midway. I wanted to see if he was going to drop on me instead of fire on me.
Okay, and when you saw that he obviously went for the Yamato, that's when you DCP'd. Got it.
Yep.
You might also heal, by the way. You're at full heal capacity.
I think I hold on this heal for a bit, and it probably would have saved me in the end if I popped it now.
Yep. This is one thing I think a lot of players, especially, you know, I guess you could say intermediate to advanced skill players screw up with, is we oftentimes try to hold our heal to get maximum use out of it, but in the process, that screws us over in the long term. Like coming out...
I just W key.
W right now in front of an Ognavoy, a Musashi, a Charles Martel, and an Ohio. What are you thinking?
I lost. I don't know what I was doing anymore. I was just like, well, I gotta go. Time to just W.
You lost the will to live. I mean,
Yeah.
you double Citadel the Musashi, which is cute.
The Ohio. I would have died way earlier if the Ohio shot AP. But he was insistent of shooting AP onto my upper armor belt, which he can't even pen.
That's great for him. Great for you, but terrible for him. Game was over anyways? I guess. At this point, yeah, the spawn capture point is already up. Sure, I see that.
Yeah, they're holding it pretty well already, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Musashi gets yoinked from me here.
Yep.
Ohio finally loaded AP there.
Whoops. And there you go, you take him out. Oh, torpedoes!
I just completely disrespect this guy.
Well, it's an Ognavoy.
Whoa.
Nice! Nice kill there. Okay, so now you've blown this flank wide open. And, I mean, I think you could have... I think you would have been better off waiting until the Ohio was dead, but hey, you did it anyway, and look at the numbers. So...
It did give us a fighting chance, but the team didn't profit off of it, apparently. I didn't get to see how it ended up.
Well, they completely died on the other side. So, I didn't see... Unfortunately, I didn't see Hap die. We saw Deacon die early.
The death pick's not here yet, by the way. It's almost there.
I know, my hand is on the end key, ready to go. Here's where, had you healed earlier when I mentioned it, you'd be up
Yeah,
with your heal again
yeah.
already.
Yeah, that's where it would have kept me alive.
It would have.
2 salvos.
I doubt that it would have translated to a win,
Definitely not.
but I think it would have helped you overall. And again, you had to heal ready, you didn't take it right away.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention there.
Nope. So what I do when I know a heal is coming is I'm just tapping that T key like crazy. Alright, here you go. One more cell from Charles will ought to do it.
Yeah, but he gets a perma fire on me. And he reload boosts.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a death pick.
Just as the front guns fire.
Are you gonna kill him or no?
No, it misses.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because from a lighting perspective, you're better off looking away from that guy. Guys, I miss taking death picks. There are things you miss in life. Death picks is one of them for me. And I miss hanging out with all you guys, frankly. All right. I think that's good for our shop. Now, you said you obviously the entire div was frustrated at this point. You guys probably left. If somebody's streaming, whether it's Hapa or Deacon, it makes complete sense that you guys would just go pick another ship and just go back in, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But
Thanks,
I think
Dusty.
I just sit there for a moment, realize what happened, and I just move my camera out and then leave the match.
Well, let's take a look at the replay render. Deacon, you're in a ZF6, which is, I mean, it's a great destroyer killer, but where you were, you need somebody just to spot the destroyer that you're trying to kill while you're killing it. But, I mean, hey, when you said the hell with this, hold my beer, and you did the thing, it was quite sexy.
I completely disrespected the Ohio.
Yep. So this part right here, I think, is where you could have actually used to stop and reverse. Just to keep more shots on the down square. It doesn't matter because you killed him anyways, but it's just something to think about. Like, is that Musashi going to kill you if you stop and reverse? Probably not. Can he hit that miracle salvo on you? Sure. But most players, they don't know how to hit cruisers or any ship that's backing up.
They get confused.
Right. Alright, so you get the kill. Let's continue.
I also feel like it probably hurt that I should have done the push earlier. But at the same time, I feel like if I pushed earlier, it wouldn't have ended the way it did.
I think what I see here is one of the big problems. Like, Deacon used his reload booster to shoot at the Donskoy. And right afterwards, he gets spotted by 2 destroyers and has none of his consumables ready.
So he was very aggressive early on, and he even admitted that in chat.
Yeah, he got cut out. I was
It's the
surprised
same as the gearing on the other side. That Gumo got the gearing on the other side lit and the gearing kill, and then he came over and got Deacon lit and got Deacon killed.
Yep.
And here comes the no more caring, just go push.
I mean, I think your result was probably the best you could hope for, right? I mean, you even torpedoed that Ognivoy.
That's probably the highlight. Is just torpedoing the Ognivoy.
Yeah, seriously.
I knew either way. Either way, what happened? I was not getting out of that alive.
If only you had healed when it was up instead of like not recognizing.
Yeah,
it says,
I shouldn't have held on to it.
It says draw because obviously you left already.
Yeah, I left the match. But the game, it was a loss.
Now, let's take a look at what happened on the west side. All right, you've got 3 ships that are going west.
along with the Rupert. That's spawn middle.
Yeah. Well, okay. Sorry, three ships. Audacious is sitting back. So again,
That's
this
a
is
horrible spawn for the Audacious. Like right next to
yeah.
the island, he's basically.
But this is part of the problem when you've got a division like this, because you guys are in the mid. You all went to the east, so
Here's a gearing getting spotted by the Yugumo and then just gunned down by everything.
he
Yeah, he
was
tried
way too
smoking up.
aggressive.
He smoked up, but it was already too late.
Yeah.
The North Carolina looks like he beats himself.
Now Deacon gets in trouble here on the left.
The
Yeah.
Between everything.
the North Carolina did the best he could in a tier 10 game. That being said, it's in North Carolina. So,
Not a lot I could do.
That
yeah.
left side was doomed the moment the gearing died.
Yes.
And the Delaware, I don't think ever left spawn.
He's a carrier. Why does he need to?
True. Because why use it as a battleship? Why play
Gearing
to its
outran his
strengths?
smoke. I mean, this is World of Warships, the thinking man's action game. After all, so
And sometimes the best things happen without thinking.
that's right. If you watch Top Gun, if you think you're dead, if you watch Top Gun Maverick, don't think, just do. Be crisp. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed your bonuses, man. Thanks for watching and congratulations.
I think really not popping my heel as soon as I shut off earlier really hurt me in the end.
There's only two things. Well, okay, there's three things that we can talk about, right? One is your commander build running heavy AP, which I don't think that would have saved you in this game. The second would have been to stop and reverse when you knew you were shooting at that Donskoy and not much else could have shot back at you other than Musashi. The third would have been use your damn heel when it's available. You know? That's the only thing.
That's just a bad habit I have in general. Is I always hold on to my heel. I'm trying to overcome that habit, but it's just engraved into my brain. Like, oh, you have a heel ready. You should use it. Now you're gonna hold on to it instead.
Yep. And for those of you guys that are in King of the Sea, Pock, did you guys sign up for King of the Sea?
No, my clan did not sign up for
You
King of the Sea.
guys should have. You guys should have. I think you would have had a good chance. But I mean, that's something that we're gonna see differentiates players in King of the Sea coming up. I think, really.
I was gonna try to look for a team to join King of the Sea, but the weekend of qualifiers, this weekend I'm going to a wedding, and then I don't know how my free time looks for the rest of the other weekends.
Is it a family member?
It's a friend of mine. He invited me to a wedding.
It's a friend of yours. Do you like your friend a lot?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
Sealgare.
Oh well, okay, fine.
He's getting married this weekend.
Congratulations to him. That's awesome.
What I'm wondering watching this replay here again is if you're in a division and you spawn here in the middle,
Mm.
I wonder if it would have been better just to go for the left side anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens is even if you win the right side, the team tends to get stuck on the right side way more than on the left side.
Yes.
So if you go left and win the left side hard, you can be the ones that push back in the middle and make the team not being stuck on that side.
I agree with you. I mean, so Grunty, go back to the games that we played together earlier today, that one game on Shards. I instinctively went a different direction from you, right? And I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure that we had an influence on both flanks. Because if everybody goes one way, you typically get a lemming train, and then the other side dies. So, okay, let's think about this for a sec. Here we go. It's up fresh again. If Pockington went west, what would have happened?
I think the whole division goes west.
Yeah, I feel like if we all went west, we probably could have saved the gearing.
Hmm.
What all happens is you probably kill the Yugumo right away when it gets spotted with all the consumables.
Mm-hmm.
You would have spotted the Harugumo most likely because the
Mm-hmm.
ZF6 outspots it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you had a decent chance of winning the left side if you do
Okay.
this.
But
the two Illinois on their team were divved up, and they were on that west side as well. That probably hurt the west side significantly, is having a double Illinois div.
absolutely. But here's the thing. You go
I mean,
win
at
that
this point,
side.
the west side is blind.
Uh-huh.
They're done now.
Right? But if you were to go if the entire division went to the west side, right? What's gonna happen out east?
The East
I
is
mean,
also just gonna even like without me pushing, East would have been pushed because they straight up just don't.
Right.
I mean, East side would have lost. Like, the question is like, there is a tendency for the team that wins the East side to just get stuck within the islands, and then
Mm-hmm.
let lose the side. Let the red team be stuck in those islands.
Okay.
They're not doing anything there.
So what you're thinking is if everybody went west, won the west, east is taking their sweet time in the islands, gives you time to get back and try to deal with the middle. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure. I could kind of see that.
I think
Shoulda,
that's
coulda,
easier
woulda.
than losing the left side and trying to fight back from the right side.
Mm.
I don't know.
All right. Well, in either case, that's the feedback we have
It's
for you,
just
Puck.
tough.
It's tough.
So really, just the main things to take here is I should have reversed to take more shots.
Yeah.
Use my heal.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? I don't.
The possibility of loading super heavy AP, which doesn't matter really in
captain
this.
skill.
Yeah. In this engagement, you can try that with a new captain that you're building up.
I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything.
If I didn't have survivability expert, I would have died sooner. At
True.
the end, when I was left very little HP.
True, but I think that was more of a function of you didn't heal when you should have. So.
Yeah. Maybe if I had less total health, my brain would have said, "Hey, heal."
Fair enough. All right, well, Puck, thanks for sending that one in. It's a loss, which SAS Replay Theater has like a 98% win rate. So thank you for dropping that down a little bit. And I mean, what I like about it is you sometimes you get content creators like Euro who go and highlight a specific ship and a specific playstyle, and they showcase like how the ship works, and like everything that they show is the ship working. This is a great example of the ship kind of not working, but things could have been done differently to make it work. So
I mean, the ship kind of worked. Like he pulled his weight.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like I carried way over my own weight.
Mm-hmm. You did.
It's just one of those games where it didn't really matter in the end.
No.
I was really hoping after I left the game that the team would have taken advantage of that flank being cleared.
Sure.
It would have been too late, apparently.
Well,
like there's so much. Like you took a huge hit in the end from the Ohio. Like if that Ohio doesn't get away and you kill it a bit sooner, you don't take that hit. That would have also like.
Yeah, the Ohio died earlier. That would have been as a risky play. I was kind of also betting that the Ohio would have kept HE loaded because he kept shooting HE up until he chunked me for 10k.
That's maybe one other takeaway. Finish these lowest weight ships while you can. As a general rule for everybody.
I was trying to finish. I was shooting the Ohio, but he poofed away, and our CV never spotted him again.
Gotcha.
Until I was spotting him.
It happens.